Hi, Facebookers and YouTubers. I'm Joyce, reporting at the end of day 4 of my 30-day focus on time management. Today is actually my first day of focusing on time management for the month of October, but it is the 4th day of the month. So I did make some progress today. I made kind of a list of daily things that I need to get done and really want to get done. That's what I struggle with the most, is my regular day-to-day stuff. Things keep coming up. I feel like I'm constantly putting out fires, not real fires, but and I just kind of been blown with the wind. So I made a list of things that I do every day and about how long they take, and I used 15-minute increments. Sometimes it's longer than that, sometimes it's shorter. I figure it'll all balance out. So it takes me about 15 minutes to get up, use the bathroom, visit with the animals, play for 15 minutes with the dogs. I have not been doing that because one of the dogs has an injury, but in my general routine, that's included. 15 minutes to walk the dogs, 15 minutes to switch out the cats. We have 2 cats who do not get along, so they take turns spending a day in a large pen. Putting the dishes away from the night before, 15 minutes, half an hour to feed all the animals, 15 minutes to feed myself. Takes me about an hour and a half to leave the house, get to my dad's, visit with my dad, take care of what he needs taken care of, and come home. About an hour and a half for that. Later on in the day, like around dinner time, 15 minutes to play with the dogs, 15 minutes to walk the dogs, half an hour to feed all the animals, about an hour and a half to cook and eat dinner, which we have not been doing. It might be about a month. We've been eating out a lot, which we don't want to do. So eating at home, cooking at home takes about an hour and a half, about half an hour to clean up and do dishes. And then in the evening, another hour and a half to visit my dad, 15 minutes to walk the dogs, 15 minutes to say goodnight to everybody, give out bedtime treats, and then about an hour for shower, bath, or whichever it is on that day. I don't take a shower every day. I don't do things that make me dirty and smelly, generally. So whatever kind of cleaning up I'm doing will be about an hour that I've allotted anyway. Could be less than that. And then I also remembered, well, anyway, all of that is, oh, I didn't total up how much it is, but that would leave me with 6.5 hours in a day. I'm also minusing sleep. So 6.5 hours a day after all of those things and sleeping. Then I remembered some tasks that I want to do during the day. About 15 minutes to enter my receipts into QuickBooks, about half an hour of yoga or walking on the treadmill, and then using a couple of tools, for back health. And the 2 of those together would take about half an hour. And it takes about an hour to go through all of the litter boxes. We have 13 litter boxes to maintain, so it takes a while to go through those, and they need to be gone through every day. So with all of that, if I were to do every day, that leaves me 4.5 hours to visit with a friend, hang out with Doug, work on a project, do one of these videos. I need to determine how long it takes me to do these videos, and I did not look at the time, probably about 15 minutes ago, so I need to track the time on that. Maintaining the Let's Stay Together Pets Facebook page, and I'm hoping to get started with YouTube on those as well soon. So pretty much 4.5 hours to do miscellaneous things. I think that's pretty good. That's going to be, well, of course, it's going to include doctor's appointments, my own and my dad's. I go with him on those. So it actually, just doing this list helped me tonight when I visited my dad, because I had an hour and a half in mind. I was able to organize the things that I do with him. I put in his antibiotic eye drops as soon as I got there, and then got him set up on the TENS unit. It's an electrode thing that he uses on his back, which he cannot do himself. And he usually runs that for half an hour. So I did that after the eye drops, and then while he was on that unit, I went around and cleaned the litter boxes and cleaned up the kitchen, things like that. And I was watching the time, and I ran about 10 minutes over. So that's really good for me, and it made me feel better knowing the time, and knowing that I had that time allotted for myself. Kind of unrelated, but back to my self-care focus challenge, whatever. That was my first 30 days. I was focusing on self-care, and talked about my acupuncture visits. I think it's been over a month since I've had an acupuncture treatment because of all of this going on with my dad. I kept having to reschedule, and then I had to reschedule the rescheduling. Anyway, I managed to get in to see him today, and the past couple of days, I have found myself thinking, oh, I don't feel like it, about whatever. I mean, I needed to do something, and I just don't feel like it. And it's actually been a while since I've felt that way, which is awesome. And just feeling kind of down and unfocused. And I'll tell you what, after I had that visit tonight, I got home, I was a little irritable, but then, about half an hour later, I started doing stuff around the house, and I was feeling really good, and I just feel motivated again, although I haven't really, I don't feel like it, that's not motivation. So got some motivation back, and I don't remember the treatments being noticing the impact of them like I did today. So I'm really, really happy about that. It's nice to know when you're trying to do something to improve things that it's actually improving things. So I was glad for that. Anyway, that was just an aside. So I am going to finish off my evening routine, and hopefully tomorrow I can figure out the time, because I need to figure out times that I start in the morning and end in the evening, instead of just, how much time each thing takes. So I'm going to head off and do that. And Ruth is joining me, I think. My friend Ruth said that she needs to do this. So hopefully she's working on something to manage her time, and we can find out what that is, and talk about that, compare notes, and hopefully help each other get through this. So that's it. I am heading out to the rest of my evening, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.